Hey y'all, this is Tony. I'm coming to you from outside today because it's just such a beautiful fall day, and I wanted to capture it on camera before the sun goes away. I'm in the glorious Republic of Brooklyn. This is my channel. This is my show. I started this new show because I wanted to deal with hip hop in the ways in which I experience the culture, mindfulness, meditation, the arts, music education. And today I want to talk about using hip hop for social change, using the music for social change, using the art for change, and how important it is that we commit ourselves to creating theme, topic specific works of art. So every movement, every single movement has had a soundtrack. What will be the soundtrack for this era in which we live? Who will make the music? Who will write the songs? It will be some of us. It'll also be young people. It will be our students. And what role are we going to play in making sure that our students know that not only is it okay for them to write songs that are relevant to politics, but it is necessary and it's important because one, it helps the artist to release frustration and feelings of powerlessness. It also, too, it makes it more real. It challenges the creatives to connect to what's going on, right? Because we cannot ignore it. The issues are very real, even for the youngest of our students. I know college students will be all up in it most of the time, right? High school students will have opinions, but I know 11-year-olds who have very strong opinions on climate change, on the federal government, on police brutality, and how do we create safe spaces for them to be able to share what those opinions are. I feel like music is one of the safest landing pads for them because it allows us to open up dialogue about different topics. So what do we need to do as music educators to be able to do that? We have to be able to have the difficult conversations ourselves. That may mean reading certain books, listening to various sides of the coin on an issue, on a topic. It might mean doing our inner work so we're grounded and prepared for pushback that may come from administration or parents. It means that change, social change, is on all of us, and that includes musicians and music educators and music teachers. So we have to do what we need to do so that we can be facilitators of creativity for the people that we teach. One of the most powerful ways to get students to understand this concept is to just play music samples. There's so much music from the civil rights movement and the Vietnam War protests and other movements, but we can pull beautiful songs. The freedom songs are perfect examples. One, because those songs, even if you know nothing about the movement, even if you know nothing about history, are so powerful. If they touch you, they will touch you right here. So depending on what your approach is in your classroom or in your trainings or your workshops, finding that music, identifying that music, and identifying, curriculums. There's a lot of curriculums out there about how to teach it, but it's important that you teach it. Do not miss this opportunity to be a part of making this world a better place. Use your power and your influence in the classroom so that you can teach your students how to be powerful themselves using their creative gifts, their talents, and their voices. Let's not miss this moment, y'all. There's opportunity all around us. So please make sure in the comments to share any ideas, insights, or suggestions, any links that we can share with our fellow music educators. I'll put a few links to articles in the description below, and also a link to teachingforchange.org. Teaching for Change has some incredible curriculums, not specifically for music educators, but for how to teach the civil rights movement and other movements, how to address immigration and other socio-political topics. Do the research, Google. You can find examples of songs from the civil rights movement, freedom songs, and songs from the protests against the Vietnam War. Play those songs, play those tracks as examples. There's footage, there's poetry, there are lyrics you can read. There's so many examples and different genres. And in doing that, I think it will be a source of inspiration. And I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of that music is so moving that even without the details, you can still feel it today. Like 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, 60 years later. It's a long time ago, right? Well, time is relative. But you can still feel it. And I know that they will too, because best believe they are all paying attention to what's happening now. And it's on us too, this future. So there are activists on the front lines. There are elected officials doing their work. There are doctors and nurses doing their work. There have to be artists doing work too, right? We got a lot to choose from. Climate change, healthcare, education, police brutality. I could go on and on and on. But let's start somewhere. Let's start somewhere, and let's start today. All right, go forth. Go forth, go forth, go forth, go forth, go forth. And do it. Let's do it, y'all. I believe that it is possible for us to create a better world. I'm dreaming a new world right now. Make sure, please, to share the wealth in the comments. Share any ideas, insights, thoughts, suggestions, and resources so that others will be able to be their best in the classroom or outside of the classroom or behind a Zoom screen. And I'll put a few links to articles that really inspired me in the description. All right, that's it for this episode. I hope I shared some inspiration, some motivation, because guess what? We are the ones, y'all. We are the change that we want to see. We each have a responsibility. We each have to be accountable. We each have to use our gifts and to know that who you are is enough. Who you are as a musician, as an artist, is enough. Who you are as a music educator is enough. We influence minds. We change lives, y'all. We change lives. And so we have to believe. Believe. I mean, be convinced, have confidence. There is no coincidence, only consequence when events have significance. Let faith be your evidence. Let fear be at a distance. Let the light shine and feel the luminescence. The essence of belief can be a two-headed beast. One who sees hunger and one who sees the feast. One who sees the glass full, the other sees it empty. One who sees despair, one who sees possibility. Believe and get your mind and your heart in sync. Believe. Choose the thoughts that you think. Believe. We have to believe in our